Hail Christ, hail victory. All right. So how do we win back America, right? Because America is on the precipice of like falling seismically, getting hit with a category 5 hurricane with these elections, no matter who wins, but it looks like Kamala is going to win, right? Now, how do we win back America? It's very simple. We have to glean from our ancestors' culture. As you see right here, I got the Latin eagle representing my Latin heritage, Spain, the boss, the Roman Empire, and I'm wearing a kilt as I work out, my Celtic heritage. And man, this is the first time I wore it to the gym to work out, but I felt the strength and the power of my ancestors, man. My workout was phenomenal, hitting the bag, feeling strong. The Latin eagle representing Rome, representing the Latin culture, the Roman Empire, fascism. So the problem in America is everybody's been reduced and atomized and deracinated to be nothing but a consumer. You're identified by your sports apparel. Who do you represent? The Lakers, the Dodgers, the Patriots, Nike, Adidas. And this is the fashion of the day, right? And I really feel like if we're going to take America back, especially us Amerikaners, when I'm talking about Amerikaners, I'm talking about Americans of European descent, is we have to glean from the power of our ancestors. We have to return back to those roots, right, that made America great. And I'm not talking about the 1950s because that's what the Trump MAGA crowd has in mind. I'm talking about going back to our ethnos. The people that founded this country were coming from Europe, and they preserved their European native culture. And it's that gave them the strength and their belief and faith in Christ to conquer the wilderness and frontier that is called America, right? And make the greatest nation in recent memory, at least. And it's fallen because they've gotten Americans that hate their own identity, hate their own culture, and embrace, okay, you're going to get offended, but it's embrace Black culture, right? Embrace a culture that is not your own. So this is why we have an epidemic of people of European descent acting, thinking, and dressing like they're Black. Now, again, even Blacks have been decimated from their true culture. They've embraced hip-hop culture, right? Hip-hop culture is materialistic. It's egoism. It's a culture that promotes fornication, materialism. And they want the youth of America to embrace hip-hop culture, or I should say ghetto culture, right? It's very chic among the youth to embrace ghetto culture, talking and slang. And you even see this with white kids. But if we're going to win this back, we have to re-embrace who we are as a people. When you look at Europe and how it's been taken over by Muslims, by Africans, and barely now the native Europeans, whether they're Irish or British, are fighting back, right? Well, they've been easy prey for these African and Muslim migrants because they forgot where they came from. Instead of holding on to their native culture, they've embraced modernity. They've embraced consumerism. What does consumerism reduce you to? To an atomized, identityless product, where you're identified by how much you consume, what you consume, Adidas, Nike, just very generic things, right? In America, people are identifying themselves by their sports teams, right? So it makes the native people easy prey for people that are coming from countries that have their own culture. And then they're not coming to assimilate to your atomized, deracinated consumer Nike culture. They're bringing their culture with them. And a lot of times that's Islam, whatever culture, Hinduism, Sikhism, their African tribal culture. And people that have their own culture, have their own ethos, they're going to win in a war against a culture, a people that have forgotten where they came from and embrace modernity and liberalism. Like I said, my workout was powerful today. Wearing that Scottish kilt, My Latin Eagle, I mean, I was just hitting that heavy bag hard. And so this is how we win back America, is by Amerikaners, American patriots, re-embracing their own culture and stop trying to be black. Don't embrace that materialistic hip hop culture. Embrace who you are, right? That's how we're going to win this thing. Glean from your ancestors, right? We have a rich heritage as Americans. We need not embrace ghetto, vadio culture, thug culture. Hail Christ, hail victory.